To be honest, starting a conversation can be embarrassing and uncomfortable, particularly if you are the one usually initiating it. At times, it might also cause you to feel unloved and unwelcome. Still, in many circumstances, it is not because your partner does not want you. Rather, it often has to do with your approach to requesting intercourse. This video will look at why males are usually the ones to start a conversation, the pitfalls you should avoid when approaching your partner for intercourse, and what you should do instead. Asking for intercourse, what does that mean? Although you absolutely can have moments when you rip each other's clothes off, other times your partner may not be excited, and you might have to start a conversation. Men often get aroused more frequently, as unlike women, they usually have a spontaneous desire instead of a responsive one. Actually, 75% of men have spontaneous desire, where they feel horny and suddenly want intercourse. Conversely, women mostly need to be turned on in some form before they feel like having intercourse. Therefore, even if males are often the ones starting intimacy, there are some appropriate and improper ways of approaching your partner for intercourse. Let's explore the top 5 blunders or incorrect approaches for requesting intercourse. Top 5 mistakes to steer clear of when requesting intercourse from your partner. These are some of the most common mistakes you should try to avoid. 1. Coming across as desperate. One of the first mistakes you want to avoid is projecting a desperate or pleading attitude for intercourse. I get it. It can be quite aggravating if you feel as though your wants are not being satisfied, and you are unsure when you will have an opportunity. But questions such as, "Why do we never seem to have intercourse anymore?" or "Please, can we just do it tonight?" can cause your partner to feel uneasy and under pressure. That is not conducive to a sexy environment. This strategy can be a big turnoff since it ignores her emotions and addresses only your wants. Not to confuse you, though. Your needs are vital, but this strategy is not going to provide an inviting and joyful environment. Therefore, starting a conversation in which you say you want to get closer to her might be a better approach. You could say, "I miss being near you and would like to find ways to be more intimate with you." This emphasizes mutual connection and is more welcoming than desperation. It also enables her to realize that you yearn for a connection, not only to satisfy an itch. 2. Using blame or criticism. Saying things like, "You never want to have intercourse," or "You're not attracted to me anymore, are you?" can cause your partner to feel blamed or criticized, which may be quite damaging. Blame and criticism lower your partner's self-esteem and foster a defensive environment that stifles real discussion. It can virtually make meaningful communication almost impossible. Realize that your partner may be dealing with a far more severe issue than simply not feeling in the mood or having a headache tonight. Beneath the surface, there could be a lot going on, such as stress, poor body image, tiredness, or changes in life. Health problems, medications, and many other factors could be involved. Here, a more helpful strategy would be posing open-ended questions and then really listening to her answers. You might say, "I have observed that lately we have not been as close. Are you thinking of anything specifically? What would you like to discuss?" This indicates that you are receptive to her viewpoint and genuinely care about her emotions. 3. Applying ultimatums and threats. Using ultimatums, threats, or transactional intercourse is another mistake to avoid. This includes statements like, "If you don't start having intercourse with me, I'll find someone who will." "We haven't had intercourse in 3 weeks," or "You haven't touched me since our last argument." This can seriously sour your relationship. Transactional language and ultimatums instill duty and fear, which are not conducive to a caring, intimate relationship. Instead, concentrate on establishing a conducive environment where both of you feel free to express your needs. You can say, "I want us to work together to improve our intimacy because it's important to me, and I believe it's essential for our relationship too." This fosters teamwork rather than a confrontation. This presents a chance to strengthen the relationship overall, and intimacy will follow naturally. Knowing that many people, especially women, need emotional intimacy to be ready for physical action might motivate you to make changes in your relationship, so that intercourse appeals to both of you. 4. Using silly initiations for sexual intercourse. Another typical error is initiating intercourse with lighthearted or sarcastic starts. This is like trying to start a romantic relationship with comedy, swinging your penis about or declaring, "It's not going to suck itself." I understand. Being turned down hurts, so starting this kind of approach helps to lessen the hurt if they say no. The issue is that your partner might believe you are not giving her feelings, or this personal moment any thought, which could cause misinterpretation and lost opportunities for real connection. Therefore, it is advisable to be clear and true about your intentions. A sincere comment or a caring, non-sexual touch can go a long way. You might say, "You look amazing tonight. I would dearly love to spend some private time with you." You are not exerting pressure to engage in intercourse. This demonstrates respect and sincere desire, making your partner feel valued and sought after. 5. Emphasizing the frequency of intercourse. Focusing on the frequency of intercourse is the last and most common error. Saying things like, "Oh, we only have intercourse once a month," only turns the emphasis to numbers. Intercourse is about connection and quality more than numbers. Instead, consider talking about your current degree of intimacy and what you can do to raise it. You might say, "I've been thinking about how we might get closer and more in touch. How can we schedule more private times for us?" This shifts the focus to creating a closer emotional and physical relationship, which feels far more inviting. 4 guidelines for requesting intercourse from your partner. Having discussed what you shouldn't do, let's now consider how you should request intercourse instead. 1. Ask her directly. Sometimes the best approach to asking your partner for intercourse is direct, even if it might seem embarrassing or threatening. Keep calm and avoid making it seem like strong pressure. You can say something like, "Hey, would you like to have intercourse tonight, baby?" Long-term couples may find this direct and mature approach ideal since you and your partner already have a strong connection. You might also consider scheduling time on your calendars specifically for sexual connection. Though planned intercourse might seem monotonous, it can be a game changer and enable more intimacy in your relationship. 2. Think about several sexual approaches. If you're excited and your partner isn't, you can discover innovative ways to turn her on, such as suggesting oral sex, using a sex toy on her, or practicing mutual masturbation. Foreplay is a great way to set your partner in the right frame of mind. You might even give her a few orgasms during foreplay. 3. Employ an indirect strategy. Apart from physical actions, there are additional ways to excite your partner without ever touching her. These include dirty talking, gift-giving, and romantic date night activities. Not sure how to schedule a date night that will make her swoon? Consider planning special, intimate activities designed for the two of you. 4. Share your sex life with others. Sitting down and talking about your sex life, including your and your partner's wants, expectations, turn-offs, and things you want to try together, is crucial. Maybe you are unintentionally engaging in behavior that your partner finds highly objectionable or vice versa. Discussing it will enable you to rapidly resolve the problem before it becomes a more significant obstacle. Make sure you schedule a time and place free of distractions to talk about your sex life that would be convenient for both of you. Tell your partner straightforwardly and honestly about your emotions, then encourage her to do the same. Great closeness in your relationship depends on communication. Change your sex life from boring or non-existent to amazing. By understanding these guidelines and approaches, you can improve your communication and connection with your partner, leading to a more fulfilling and intimate relationship.